One. Hello. Welcome into the live. Welcome into this live stream, guys. Um, yeah, welcome. Woo! Y'all, this is some energy. All right, this is some real energy. This is some real shit going on right now. Nothing to fear. I'm not trying to send panic, frustration, or anything like that. But there's already a feeling of frustration in the air. There's a feeling of needing to talk, needing to express oneself, coming to a realization. It's an almost a frantic energy. Okay, so I personally today I was guided to be quiet, for silence. I was guided towards silence. I'm gonna give a. We're gonna. I'm not gonna dive into it completely. I'm gonna give it a few more moments to let people really get in here. But let me, for those of you that are watching this after the live stream, let's talk about it for a second, and then I'll rehash a little bit when more people get here if necessary. But I was guided to be silent today. And I know that me coming on live and doing a channeling, doing a reading and whatnot, to whatever extent, is the exact opposite of me being silent. However, there is a message in this for the collective, and it's connected to what's going on with the moon right now and all the other planets. We're going to get into that. So I am needing to take a step back for the rest of today and tomorrow. And circumstances in my life are helping me to facilitate that and helping me to separate from things. So it's kind of perfect how it's working out. But I'm needing to take a step back. But there is also a message for the collective here that I want to bring to you guys. I feel this urgency to bring this message to you guys before I pull back. Okay. And the reason why I'm needing to pull back, the reason why I'm being counseled to pull back, is the same reason that is of the same energies, or as a result of the same energies as what's going on in the planets right now. Okay. So let's talk about this. Let's just get into it, you guys, and whomever can watch this after. I'm being a little bit risky here because I'm sitting outside with bare arms, but I've got all kinds of prime real estate for mosquitoes. But anyway, let's talk. So what's happening? The moon has crossed into Gemini. It did that late yesterday afternoon. And like I predicted, like I felt coming, with the moon crossing into Gemini, there has been a definite shift in the energy. And I noticed it last night. I noticed a marked difference in my mental process, in my energy. Someone else did mention also that yesterday they felt the shift too. And so we're diving deeper into it today. Now, the moon is going to be transiting through Gemini and into Cancer until through tomorrow afternoon. So by tomorrow afternoon, I want actually by around tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, the 27th of October, the moon will be moving into Cancer. And by the time the moon moves into Cancer, I feel like that's going to be a time to talk. But wait, stop for a second. Right now, the moon is in Gemini, and you may really feel like you want to talk. And I don't mean talk in the sense of gossip. I mean talk in the sense of hash it out. Okay, wanting to clear the air somehow, wanting to get into something with someone, wanting to talk it out. There are certain revelations that you are coming to. Maybe as the moon has been moving through Taurus, there was something that came up or came to your awareness. Remember, while the moon was in Taurus, if you're over on Mystic Unicorn, we talked about this, but while the moon was in Taurus, Venus opposed the moon. And there was a moment, there was a hot second of the energies that Venus is going through while she's moving through Ophiuchus, almost into Sagittarius soon. But a heightened focus was kind of placed on what's going on with Venus in Ophiuchus right now. So this could be bringing some stuff up. While the moon was opposing Venus, that's when I channeled this message for the Divine Feminine Collective, about how Mama is protecting her cubs. If you haven't seen that and you resonate with the Divine Feminine energy, whether you find yourself on the Twin Flame Journey 444, or you just resonate with the Rise of Divine Feminine Power, okay, go watch that reading. It's over on Mystic Unicorn. I'll try to remember to link it, top right of your screen, description box, and pinned comment. It's over on Mystic Unicorn. Check it out, okay? This may really be helping you understand what's coming through, okay? So now that the moon is in Gemini, you may be experiencing a really frantic energy. I know for the collective, I'm feeling this frantic energy. I'm feeling this need to talk, express oneself, is what I keep hearing here. But this is probably not the best time to do it. And not for a bad reason. Not at all for a bad reason. For the reasons of the energies are too ambiguous. The situation still needs identification. There are still parts of yourself that need to be heard here, that need to be understood. The moon in Gemini is a very communicative energy, okay? And it feels like on an internal level, there are a bunch of pieces of you that have something to say, that have a point of view that needs to be heard. And while the moon is in Gemini, this is a great time for you to hear all of these pieces, all of these different sides of the story. But it's for that very reason why expressing it, communicating about it, or bringing it to the people around you that it involves, if that is your case, now is not the best time to do it, even though you may really feel driven to. Now is not the best time to do it, because now is the time to get that understanding, to hear all those sides of yourself. And don't freak yourself out. You don't have to come to a solid understanding before you move forward. But right now is the time for you to hear, at least hear all the different sides of the equation. Okay? Moving forward, once the moon crosses into Cancer, which is its home sign, that's when I feel like you can start to begin the process to have these conversations, okay? Because with the moon in Cancer, there's going to be a much more compassionate, much more unconditionally, or at least the potential for an unconditionally loving energy to enter into the situation so that all pieces, all sides can be heard and approached with a sense of acceptance and unconditional love. Not to say that that energy isn't present right now, but it's just too confusing, you guys. There are too many points of view. Nothing is going to be resolved right now. No matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you push it. I've got the Moonology deck here. Nothing is going to be resolved right now. Not that it can't be resolved, but this is just not the right timing. Spirit is definitely saying use this time to communicate with all these parts of yourself, because also the focus needs to be within yourself right now with this focus, because what it is you're experiencing externally usually tends to be a direct mirror, direct reflection, or a reflection of a resemblance of something that's going on within inside you. So my advice here is to take this time to listen to the sides of yourself before you take it to the other people. Make sure that you're solid with yourself at least, or at least you have a basic understanding of what it is going on with you, so that then you can communicate effectively, right? And not just go like throwing daggers everywhere, or or just speaking arbitrarily, or just put it's all a mess right now. It's all a mess right now, but that's okay. Spirit is saying it's a healthy mess. Okay, it's a healthy mess. Let's see, what do we have for the collective? Because I was really drawn to this deck. So you and your loved ones are safe. Good. And actually, I did pull some cards on this for Patreon this morning, and this card came out. So please understand that you and your loved ones are safe here. Even though you may be facing some difficulties, even though you may be facing some tension between the units of the family, we'll say. However that resonates for you. Whether that's the family of yourself or just your family in the waking world, everybody is safe. Everybody is safe, all right? So you don't have to worry about that. Anything else for the collective at this time, please, Spirit? Yes. Aha, good. Full moon eclipse, conclusions are in, what does that say? Are within reach. Conclusions are within reach, okay? But, yeah. Interesting. Okay, we're going to get into the tarot with that. See? Okay. Be bold and make the first move. I'm not so sure about that, because you have a fiery climax approaches. Yeah. Let's talk about this. Being bold and making the first move may not necessarily be the best way in terms of an outward focus right now. You might want to be bold with yourself and make the first move internally. I don't know how that's going to work out for you in the external, though, right now. I want to get some clarity on this. I feel like some of you are. You have temperance right now, but some of you are trying to... Okay, you have temperance, and then you have the Four of Pentacles. You're trying to find a resolution within your foundation right now. But see, some of you are trying to hold on to the same things. It's as if you're trying to find this resolution through preserving that which already stands. But that's the thing. That which already stands might need to be, I heard, reversed or shifted. So being bold and making the first move in terms of making or trying to preserve that which you are kind of being forced to let go of, or at least transform in these energies, is not a good idea. That's definitely not a good idea. That's definitely not a good idea. You are going to, that's the other thing, you guys. What's also adding to this is the fact that today, the 26th of October, is when the opposition between the Sun and Uranus kicks off. And that was the big focal point for the monthly messages, right? If you haven't watched that, check that out for November 2021. And on top of that, we have a square with Saturn and the Sun, which has been happening for some time now and is going to continue also into November, but it's going to continue into the second week of November. The Sun-Uranus conjunction and the Sun square Saturn will last until about the second week of November. But the Sun squaring up with Saturn is placing this roadblock in your life and is causing you to choose to act differently, to handle the situation differently. And then the opposition between the Sun and Uranus is helping you to get an expanded view. And also with the Moon being in Gemini, this could be why there's all this chatter, this frenzy of energy. Extremism, radicalism, these are all aspects of Uranus. And then add this Gemini and Moon energy, and people are fired up, okay? Great change is coming. Now, you do have the World in reverse. And we're trying to clarify, be bold, and make the first move. See, honestly, you guys, I feel like this is what you want to do. Being bold and making the first move. I feel like this is what you want to do, but the World in reverse is saying, no, hold back right now. This is not the time. Why? Nine of Wands. Okay, I understand where that's coming from. The Nine of Wands is representing your emotions, your drive, seeking clarity, wanting to move forward. And part of what's coming through with the Nine of Wands for the collective right now is that many of us see the end. The end is within sight. And we've been working so hard to get to the end, and now we see it there, and it's like, oh my, wait, I just have to push a little bit more. Let me just get there. Let me just do it. It's right there. No. Hold back right now. Why, Spirit? Why, Spirit? Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is confirming that you've been working. Okay. Spirit is saying don't do that. Because if you push right now, you risk sabotaging all of the hard and delicate work you've been doing. We're not telling you to hold back and never move forward. But right now, even though you feel this frenzy of energy, don't do it. Please don't do it right now. Because you risk sabotaging all of the care and the hard work you've done. You know what this feels like? This feels like that energy of, well, I've waited 5 years for X, Y, and Z. I can wait another 6 months. I mean, maybe it's not necessarily that time frame, but doesn't that make sense? Knight of Wands. See, there's the push. Knight of Wands. It's also excitement. Some of you do see the end in sight and you're excited about it. And that makes you want to drive further even more. None of this is a bad thing, though. See? Yes. But then there's the Nine of Swords and the Three of Swords. What if this never ends? What if me not pushing now spells this? What if I don't push now and miss the opportunity? This is you acting from a trauma bond. This is you acting from a place of trauma that you're literally trying to get yourself out of. So I understand this push, but this is an illusion. And what I feel like here is the universe has been guiding us all along, you guys. Universe has been guiding us all along. The Hermit. Follow your inner, I'm hearing follow your inner light and trust the process. Anything else just to close? These two. We'll stop there. Good. Two of Swords. As at the bottom of the deck, overall energy, focus on the seeds you're planting. Four of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. And ask yourself, what is the best thing for these seeds right now? I heard, I do not need to push. I do not need to push. There's your answer. Okay. That's pretty much it. I want to remind us, you guys, we're stepping into these energies that I was predicting was going to be fairly difficult for the first 2 weeks of November. We are stepping into that right now. And I don't want to scare anybody. I don't want to fill anybody with fear or dread. But get ready. Buckle up, kids. Buckle up. It's starting. Okay? I want to get a closing oracle guidance for the collective from the Liquid Crystal Oracle. Yeah. A crystal for us, for these energies. Okay, one last shuffle. Good. All right, Spirit. A crystal for us, please, for the collective here. We get 2 crystals. Excellent. Excellent. This one card actually has been following me around for a while, and I actually really love it. This card here, Zircon. Life changes. If you've been seeing spiders a lot, like out of the norm, like there are a lot of spiders around me where I am around. There have always been a lot of spiders in my apartment, but I've noticed over the last 2 to 3 months, I've been really noticing them more. They've been really showing up in my line of focus, in my line of vision, for this very reason. Okay, spiders are associated with zircon and the changes that zircon represents. So often, if you're seeing spiders a lot, they're a herald of this crystal. Life changes are happening. Okay, so pay attention to that. And then also you have garnet, manifestation of purpose. And I want to point out that I'm specifically asking for these 2 cards, or these 2 crystals, or these crystals, whatever spirit provides to us, for this time period of today, of this frantic frenzy energy of the moon being in Gemini and us dealing with this, wanting to push but needing to fall back right now. Okay. So let's start with garnet. And even if you're watching this after these dates, this could still be resonating for you. And if this is still resonating for you, then these messages, these cards, these crystals are here for you, okay? Garnet. The energy of this stone gives purpose to all things that has not come into your life to correct, turn around, or heal your current surroundings, but simply to deliver the purpose behind them. Let me read that again. The energy of this stone gives purpose to all things and has not come into your life to correct, turn around, or heal your current surroundings, but simply to deliver the purpose behind them. That's exactly why we don't need to be taking action right now. We really just need to be listening to all sides of ourself, to all sides of the equation, to all sides of the story, whatever. Okay? La 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 la. In life, we all undertake tasks that at the time seem perfect. Then, as time progresses, we learn and realize they may not be for us and should be released. Garnet is letting you know there is a reason behind all your choices, and soon it will be known. However, no matter how tough the path, never surrender until you know why you began the journey. For if you turn back too early, there is a great possibility you will just recreate the same picture in different paints. Garnet asks us to filter all that we do through our hearts, as it is there that the voice of truth echoes in the soul's halls of purpose and manifests our path in the world. Listen to your heart speak For between the worlds is hidden the glory of the universe. Garnet especially applies to creativity, sexuality, relationships, work, diet, children, and other sacral and base chakra activities. You are about to understand your life at a deeper level. Meditate and find space to see all that you are. Beautiful. And finally, we have Zircon. Zircon. Okay. If Zircon has come to you today, change is at your doorstep. The changes that are usually presented by Zircon are ones that have been long awaited. They are always life-altering experiences from which one grows, but inwardly and outwardly in the world. The most exciting thing about Zircon presenting for most people is that it usually represents the last part of life change, the part after the pain, tears, and attachments have been realized, meaning real change. And now, I say this all the time, you cannot change anything until you are aware of it. Zircon is also a great communication stone and will bring focus, determination, and forgiveness to the party. Through this, it lets us see that change is not just about cutting away. It is about formation, realization, and growth. One thing is for sure, with Zircon present, things are about to be very different. And we're anticipating this. Knight of Wands, Nine of Wands. We're anticipating this. And so naturally our egos flare and like, or pop up and be like, okay, let's do it. No, this still needs to be a time for communication so that this healing can happen. Okay, you still need to hear, you need to listen to the sides, you need to at least try and figure it out first. Come to a general understanding before the real healing and communication can ensue once the moon moves into the healing waters of Cancer, right? We're not trying to tell you that you're wrong or you're like, it's like circumcision of the mind. Oh my God, Blue Flame, that's hilarious. But like, I feel like some people here are taking this as you're doing something wrong or you're being too pushy or too possessive or something. No, no. And the urgency here is not it's not a big warning like you're about to destroy everything. It's just we're trying to catch you before you push a little too hard right now. There's going to be a moment to push. There's going to be a moment to express. There's going to be a moment to work it out, to hash it out. It's just not just yet. It's coming. It's not just yet. Zircon's life changes always permeate all levels of self. They are holistic, which means you won't see them if you look at single parts. They hide in the open expanse of the whole, the last place a mind would look for them, and that is Zircon's real gift. Enjoy your new world and keep your eyes open for spiders, Zircon's corresponding animal totem. They often come as validation. This is a contact stone for the Ascended Master, Sananda. He may be calling you. Sit and listen. I believe Sananda is another name for Jesus. Okay. That's it. I hope this was helpful for you guys. There is a sense of urgency in the air, but don't worry, don't fret. It's not a bad thing, okay? But I am going to disappear now. I need to disconnect from the collective for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow. This is honestly helping explain my natal chart a little bit with my natal moon being in late degree Gemini and Cancer being in my 9th house. Yes! Oh my God, yes! It makes sense that I would need to be emotionally intelligent. Yes! You do. You do. You get it. That's awesome, lady. Rainstar. I love that. Nicola, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. I hope this was helpful. Yes. Yes. Now Blue Flame, don't worry, and anybody else that may be looking at it this way, don't worry so much about getting your mind under control. I just heard allow it to wreak havoc. No, don't allow it to wreak havoc. But also don't try to restrict it too much. Your mind needs to be able to move, needs to be able to flow, okay? Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. Mercury is the ruler of Gemini. Mercury is all about intelligence, communication, okay, learning. You need to be flexible. Allow yourself to be flexible and observe it, okay? You're saying, Mary says, I'm thrilled with this title. I just called health department on, and it was good. Okay, Mary. All right. All right, guys. That's it. I'm gonna go. I love you all. All right, we're gonna get through this together. If anything pops up, like I really need to, the collective message right now is to just be silent. Just be silent. And I need to do that myself, which means no channeling, no sending messages, no doing readings or anything like that. Unless, of course, something comes through for the collective, if there's a message I can deliver. And that's a big part of the reason why I did this today, because I'm the channeler. All right. I'm a messenger. I'm picking up on these energies. I can translate it for us. I can give you guys some insight and I can help. So I did so. So I won't be back today and tomorrow until something else comes through. I mean, obviously, Mystic Unicorn is still doing its thing. Like, I'm keep up with your processes, guys. All right. We're not telling you to really stop your processes. So I'm going to keep doing that. All right. I'm going to keep going with that process. But at the same time, unless something really, really driving comes through, I'm just going to keep it calm, keep it cute, and keep it silent. Yeah. Yeah. Try to remain as detached as... Oh, okay. That's the other part of Uranus that's kind of helping you here with this energy. Uranus is associated with Aquarius. Aquarius is a very emotionally detached sign. Very emotionally detached sign. And not for negative reasons. It's just, it's collectively oriented. You have to remove yourself. Like, the 11th house, which is ruled by Aquarius, is usually the house of like therapy and therapists, because these individuals are third parties and have no emotional attachment to the situation, and they can sit down with all of the topics, just like we're talking about here. Sit down with all of the topics involved or all of the pieces of the puzzle, hear it out, put it all together, and make decisions or give advice, counseling. Remain as emotionally detached as you can right now and just spend time listening. Okay? Excellent. Nicholas says she spent 2 hours in the woods today and that helped. Yes! Ground yourself in nature. It's part of the reason why I wanted to do this in nature. But ground yourself in nature. That's definitely going to help. That's definitely going to give you a grounded space so that you can really listen and really perceive of of what's going on in your mental space. Michelle, if you're here or if you're watching later, I just saw 747. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go. I'm going to go, okay? I love you all so much. Don't worry. We are all safe. We are all protected. But yeah, I love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah! I'll see you later. Yes? Bye-bye.